normal, decent, clear-thinking people to say something about what is happening in Eastern Europe. So the first anniversary of the war in Ukraine is coming up next week. The United States government under Joe Biden has been funding that war. It would have ended without the Biden administration. So a massive demonstration is planned on Sunday in Washington, D.C. It starts at 12:30 p.m. at the Lincoln Memorial. Probably haven't seen this on other channels. The message is very simple. It's nonviolent. It's reasonable. It's straightforward. Stop funding the war in Ukraine. Tara Reade will be there. She's the author of Left Out When the Truth Doesn't Fit In. We've interviewed her before on other topics, but she'll be at this event tomorrow. Tara, thanks so much for coming on. Why are you speaking at this, and what is this?
Well, I feel really strongly. First of all, thank you for having me. And I feel really strongly about speaking out against war. And you have so many political parties coalescing from the right and the left, and the libertarians leading the charge to this event. And it's really amazing. So you have the People's Party, the libertarians. You have all different speakers like Jimmy Dore, Ron Paul, Kim Iverson, Tulsi Gabbard, with very different political views coming together for one message: no more endless war. We've spent almost $100 billion of weapons and aid going to Ukraine. And the suffering that we have in our own country is being ignored. And you've been covering quite well, where other networks haven't, the East Palestine in Ohio, the ecological disaster. Our infrastructure is falling apart. America's becoming a failed state with all these endless wars. We've basically pivoted from Afghanistan to Ukraine. And this war started, yes, 24th, some people say, but actually it started in 2014 with Maidan, when the Western coup was put in place in Kiev. And that was revealed by Julian Assange, who is, should be freed. And he published the truth about what the imperialistic state of America and the West and NATO was doing. So the speakers are all gathering to ask to abolish NATO. It's not a peacekeeping force. It's an aggressive force. It's been pushing up against the borders of Russia. And now we're getting closer to the brink of World War III. And as and many of your viewers might not even know, but Kiev has a kill list, a Ukraine kill list, a website called Miracrets. There's 337 children on the list. Faina Semkova is someone I talked to personally. She's 14 years old. Roger Waters is on that list. Igor Lopotonik, the director, Oliver Stone. These are, it's sponsored by the ministry in Kiev, and 12 journalists have died, and it should be taken down. So there's been a lot of war crimes, including what just happened with Nord Stream 2, and the UN Security Council is going to have a meeting about that next week. The Russian delegation has asked for that. Sy Hersh brought forward that reporting, the Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist, of how America was involved with Norway in sabotaging the Nord Stream pipeline, part of that owned by Germany. So, we're all getting together to say no more billions to Ukraine, no more money laundering scheme, right? This is a money laundering scheme for the Biden criminal family, in my opinion. No more. We want peace. And Julian Assange said it best: if lies can start a war, then truth can bring peace.
Yeah. And turn the focus back on our own country, where people really are suffering.
Right.
I agree with that. And you never hear that perspective in the media, and you wonder why. But we're proud to air it. So, Tara Reade, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Tucker.